Welcome back to my channel. My name is Flora. I know it's been a while. Life got a little bit crazy, honestly. So kids are fine, I'm good, but we've been away from Chris for over a month. By the time we actually see him, it will be almost 2 months. Me and the kids are gonna go and see him. He's been in Florida for a little bit over a month now, and it's been rough taking care of 2 kids with no help, just me. And these kids cause a lot of chaos. So it's definitely been a little bit frustrating. And also, for those that don't know, because I don't think I've ever mentioned it on this channel actually, I started, maybe I have, maybe in the beginning, I started a soap company called Yakimel Savon, where I make all natural soap, and they are sold in Haiti as well as in America. It's a proper business. Like, I have an LLC. So it's been really exciting, but a little bit hectic trying to figure out how to do both. It takes time to make soap, and then getting it to the US is another thing, so I have to literally bring it in a suitcase. So that's a lot. It takes a lot of work, and I'm hoping that maybe I can make some soaps when I go to Florida, which would make it a lot easier, and then we'd have a nice little stock, and I wouldn't have to be worried about making too much soap and bringing it, because I would have one suitcase that will have the soap, and then the other suitcase will have, my clothes and the kids' clothes. Ari's doing well. Ari's right here, and Avi is in school right now. He goes to school 3 times a week, as he has been for, I think, since February. But this week is his last week, actually. I'm so proud of him. He's done his social he had a lot of anxiety before, and he didn't really like talking to people. He was very shy, and he still can be shy sometimes, but he's gotten a lot more comfortable talking to other people. His brother is still very shy and won't talk to anyone. Ari's right here, being cute, but he has a little bit of a cold. So he has a little bit of a runny nose. He's gonna climb up. Yeah. So before, when Chris used to go away, it would be okay, because I used to have a nanny, but unfortunately, we no longer have a nanny, so it's literally me with 2 kids usually. And Avi finishes school at 1, but from 7:30 to 1, it's just me and him. But then from 1 until, what time do they go to bed? It's till 7, it's just me, both kids, and it's a lot. It's a lot of work, and I also haven't. Normally we have someone who helps out, like, just with the house stuff, but because taxis are so expensive and Chris isn't here, I've just been having her come 3 days a week. It just makes it a little bit cheaper. And she makes food, but then on the days that she isn't here, I obviously make food. I take care of the kids. It's exhausting. So we're gonna go to Florida soon on Ari's birthday. So unfortunately, his ticket is not gonna be free, but that's okay. And then we'll be reunited with Papa. I miss him so much. It's challenging. I did not sign up to be a single mom, so being a single mom basically for almost 2 months has been a little bit exhausting. Ow, Ari, get down. And then, I try to make some soap at night. I try to make soap during his break, but that kind of is a little bit hard, like during his nap. That's a little bit hard because I have to pick up Avi. He goes down for a nap at noon, but then he wakes up at 2:30, but at 1 I have to go pick up his brother, so I don't exactly have that time to make the soap that I want during that time. So makes it a little bit harder, but we are surviving. I don't, yeah, we're surviving. We're getting it done, but it's definitely challenging. It's definitely hard, and it's not the easiest, taking care of literally everything. But yeah, I can't believe Ari is gonna be 2. I feel like he was just born, and now he's gonna be 2 years old. It's crazy how the time just flies by. I feel like he was just born. He was just this tiny little thing, and he was not the easiest baby at times. But one second, I think my son is causing chaos. So today is Wednesday, June 8th. Let's see. Abby is in school right now. I'm here with Ari. Who wants to say hi? Tu veux dire bonjour? I guess he's moody. So I'm just here with Ari, dealing with life. I think I'm gonna have to go to my soap office soon and cut up some soap. I made this mermaid soap. But I think I'm gonna have to do the mermaid part a little bit differently next time because they're very fragile the way I made it. I think I'm gonna have to use melt and pour rather than completely from scratch, just for the mermaid tail. I'm tired. So we're supposed to go on the 21st to Florida, but we might have to move it up to the 20th. Because the thing with Haiti is that we live in Jacmel, which is a very small town, as you guys know. And there's been a lot of problems in the last few years with the roads. A lot of gangs and people not letting through, kidnapping, etc. So we used to be able to take the road from Jacmel to Port-au-Prince, which is where the main airport is, but we can't do that anymore. So instead, what we have to do is we have to take a small plane, which requires booking it beforehand and everything. But we thought we were gonna get the small plane. I'm sharing the plane with Chris's aunt because she's going the same day. And instead of booking the whole plane, I'd only have to pay part of the plane, for me and the kids. Ari's on my lap, so it's fine. Originally I was going to go on the 21st, but we might have to go on the 20th, but I'm just waiting for a confirmation before I change my ticket. So that's all. I'm tired. Oh, at least I'll have a few months of waking up not at 6 in the morning for the summer. I guess that's a good thing. I mean, I know I only do it 3 or 4 times a day, 4 times a week, usually 3 most of the time. Oh, and something that's happened was their school is technically a Montessori school, but half traditional as well. And because the head of the school really knows that I know a lot about Montessori, she has asked for me to help out in some way. I asked her how many days she would want it, how it would work, because that means I would also have to bring Ari to the school, which could be great for socialization for Ari. But honestly, Chris is unsure about it. He thinks that it would be a distraction to Abby and it would hinder his socialization if I'm there, and he wouldn't be playing and he wouldn't be learning and things like that. For one thing, I am my son's primary teacher. I have been teaching him since he was 2 years old. The only reason I sent him to school was not for education purposes, but for socialization purposes. I don't think that's going to change if I am there. I believe in me being his primary teacher. It's why he only goes 3 days a week. It's because I also homeschool him. And during the summer, he doesn't get a break. He's still going to be homeschooled full time. That is how I see education as the most important thing. Avi loves to be challenged. That's just how he is. You know, he's 3 years old and can already read a few words. He is very smart. Definitely very advanced. And he does enjoy school. But I do want to help make their program a little bit better. There are some things that they just don't know how, and if I can help in making their program better, especially if my son is going there, I want to do that. My goal eventually is to start my own school, which would mean that my son would be in my school. What, you think I'm gonna open a school and send my school to a different school, yet I have my own school? No, I'm gonna be having him in my school. That's the whole point. That's why I want to open my school, honestly. It's to provide Montessori and a real Montessori program for schools, but you know, for our town in Checkmel, but also it's for my kids. I mean, the real reason I got into Montessori was because of them. I didn't know about Montessori before Avi at all, and Avi and Ari have, you know, Avi's been doing Montessori at home since he was 6 months old, Ari since he was born. It's just a part of our life, our daily life, and it's amazing. And if I can make that school better and really teach them how to teach properly, if they want to be a Montessori school, then they need to change a few things that they're not exactly doing. That's just the reality of it. For example, they have started doing math, but in Montessori, we don't start math until 4 years old. They were also doing the letters wrong. You know, they weren't doing sound games first. They were teaching the letters. For one thing, Montessori doesn't ever teach letters. We only teach the sounds of the letters. But again, they are half traditional, so they do have to do a couple of things in the non-Montessori way. But if I can make it better, if I can help them in any way I can, I do want to take that opportunity, and I think that Avi would be fine. And if he's not fine, if I think that it's hindering his progress, or it'd be better if I wasn't there, then I won't do it. The only thing is I look forward to my alone time with Ari. So that's the only time, but I feel like I do have to help the school because of Avi. You know, if it wasn't for Avi, I might not do it. Honestly, if it wasn't for Avi, I wouldn't be into Montessori at all. Probably I wouldn't have learned about it. But because I do know Montessori, I've been doing it for almost 3 years now. Since Avi's almost 3.5, so that means that, you know, it's been, it's almost 3 years that we've been doing Montessori. And it's amazing, and I love it, and I think it's beautiful, and it's something that I think it should be a program that's more accessible. You know, I read an article in the New Yorker where it said that yes, Montessori is great, but you know, she didn't start out for it to be for rich people, which is very true. She started out for kids in the slums. Casa Bambini was the first, and it was in the slums, like they had nothing, and that's how it started. It wasn't for the rich, it was for the poor. It was for the people who didn't have access to education or even toys, you know, and that's how it started. And I do agree. I think it should be accessible for a lot. When I start my own school, I obviously am not going to be charging lots and lots of money, but I will be charging the normal school rate that's around here. But I am still working on my certification with Prepared Montessorian, which takes a lot of work, a lot of videos, and having 2 kids at the same time is a little, you know, while doing all that and also starting a soap business is a little bit of a juggle. But I am getting it done slowly and steadily. That's off now. See, it's 10:30. I gotta put Ari down at 12, and then Chris told me to call him to wake him up from a nap at 12:15. And then I gotta go and pick up Abby from school. And I might go to the supermarket, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay? Okay. Okay. La 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 la. La 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 la. Je t'aime. Je t'aime. Je t'aime. So, next Monday, right now it's Tuesday, so on Monday, we are flying to Florida. I will be flying with both kids, which I'm a little nervous about, I have to say. I've never flown alone with either one of the kids, so 2 kids, just me. It's gonna be crazy, but it'll be fine. I hope. I'm gonna bring our iPad, which I really try to restrict iPad time, but in this will be an emergency. So Abby can be distracted with his iPad, and then I can just try to distract the youngest one, who's about to be 2 by the time we fly. Ari! He's throwing a pebble around. By the time we fly, he will be a day before he turns 2. So it's the last free flight. So right now I'm just trying to organize everything I have to bring a lot of soap, which I think that suitcase right now is at 38 pounds. So I can actually put a couple more pounds in it if I can try to get it to fit. So I might try that. We'll see. But I'm also trying to plan out a bunch of activities because I have an Instagram account, which is basically very play focused. I still want to be able to post activities, so I'm trying to plan out a bunch of activities that I can post while I'm gone. And because doing activities at my in-laws' house is just a little bit challenging. For one thing, we don't have everything that we usually have here. Here we have a lot of sensory items that we can do. I can whip out in 5 minutes. I have a lot of trays. We have a lot of toys. It's, you know, here it's doable, but over there it's just a little bit more chaotic, and yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about going there. This is, you know, at home we have a routine. Everything is simple, and over there it's not their routine, and a lot of the times when we do go there, I feel like my kids act out, and not in the best way. They have a lot of more temper tantrums, and not that they don't have it at home, they do, but they listen more, and they're just better, like, because this is their home. Where we live in Haiti, it's what they know, and over there it's just not our home. It's not, you know. I also think that having a lot of animals at home actually keeps them calmer, and because they're surrounded by, the kids are surrounded by so many animals here, they just remain a little bit calmer. You know, whenever they have a lot of feelings, they go and hug an animal, and then they feel better somehow. It's like a little magic thing. Emotional support animals are real. I know it because my dog, Mila, is an emotional support dog and has been since she was young. And, you know, and I see how my kids act when they have a lot of feelings, and then they just say, okay, I need to cuddle my animal, you know, whatever it is, my guinea pig, my cat, my whatever. And then they somehow just calm down very quickly. Excited to go to Florida because I really miss Chris, and I'm not a fan of doing this parenting thing alone. So I'm trying to put a lot of their toys away. The ones that they really don't really play with, I'll probably put away, put them in their bedroom, put it in my closet, put it in my office, which is, we have toys everywhere basically. A lot of toys. So yeah, that way I don't have to do everything last minute, and then the day before I'll put their nugget in their bedroom so things don't get destroyed. But I think it'll be fun. I mean, I do want to do things for the kids that we obviously don't have here. Like, I want to take them to the zoo because I think they would really love it. These crazy animal lovers that I have made and raised. You know, it's their animal love, I think, is a lot with nature and nurture. Nature because me and Chris are both crazy animal lovers, and nurture because it's literally all around them. I mean, in this room I have Mila, and then I have 3 guinea pigs. And then if I go outside, I have 3 more dogs. And then if you go to the other house, you'll see maybe 6 cats. It's just, and then, and we can't forget the turtle. Oh, alright. Oh. Yes, baby. Climbing, mama. Now getting down? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? So yeah, I want to take them to the zoo, maybe farms, we'll see. But I think, you know, they'll have fun, and we'll get to eat some different food, which is nice because we haven't really had the opportunity to. Here it's either Haitian food or I make something that's a little different. But obviously my cooking skills are a little bit limited. I'm not a great cook. I manage, and I think I make some things that are tasty, but you know, that's not always.
Dada? Papa?
Non, c'est pas papa. Regarde, c'est Harry. Yeah, when he always thinks it's papa. I'll be on the phone and not even to Chris, and he'll be like, Papa? Papa? I'm like, no, it's not papa. C'est pas papa. So I think I'm gonna continue organizing, but I think I just needed to break and sit down. It's a lot. Taking care of 2 kids. They're just so young too, you know, they're not exactly that they are independent for their age. They're very independent for their age, but there are still times where, you know, they still need things and want me to do things, and Avi is a lot more self-sufficient, but there are still times where he's like, no, I want you to get me water. I'm like, excuse me, child, get it yourself. I know you know how. You know, things like that, but yeah. We did some homeschooling this morning, and now I needed a break, so I gave Abby the iPad. It's a little bit earlier than I usually do, but I'm not feeling 100%, so I needed that break. So let's see, what else can I say? I've been making a lot of soap. I have, my company's name is Yakimel Savon. Yakimel was the indigenous name for my town that I live in, called Jacmel. But it used to be called, the indigenous name was Yakimel, so I called it Yakimel Savon. And Yakimel actually means clean water. So I feel like that was a perfect and beautiful name for the company. It is a Haitian company, and I always say that our soaps are made in Haiti. I will be making soaps in Florida, so just so I can have a nice big stock. I have someone who runs the shipping for me when I'm usually in Haiti. But we will have, but since I'll be in the US, I'll do the shipping, and then once I leave again, I will, and we just need to figure some stuff out. But I'm going to be making a bunch of soap, so that way she has a nice stock it enough, and if she doesn't have space for it, I can always leave it with my in-laws, and yeah. So yeah, but we'll be good for that. Oh, I'm tired. I've been sleeping in until like 8, which is nice. The kids can play in their room, which is, you know, it's eventually, you know, I get up. But it's like I have such a hard time getting out of bed. I'm just so tired. And I don't go to bed that late. But I'm just, and then sometimes I can't fall asleep. And then around 4 or 5, I'm like, I need to pass out. I'm so tired. So sometimes I'll literally like fall asleep on the couch for a few minutes. Just because I need that break. It's not easy. I love being a mother, but it's not for the faint of heart. You know, I just wish I could sit down on a chair for a long time. It feels like the second I sit on a chair, it's like they need something. I'm like, really? Seriously? Like, I just sat down. I just want to sit, child. But okay, I'm gonna get to putting some more toys away and some books and stuff that and maybe plan out some more activities for them to do. So today we are Sunday. We are leaving tomorrow morning early. First we have to fly to Port-au-Prince, and then we fly to Miami. I mean Fort Lauderdale. And then we'll be reunited with Chris. So today I basically finished packing, but I can do like small little things after the kids go to bed. But today is mainly just organizing upstairs, doing a couple last minute activities with the boys. Today we did like a turtle kind of beach activity. And yeah, so and then just organizing, putting toys away. Our shelves are pretty bare. The toys shelf is pretty bare because I took most of it yesterday. And then tonight, before they go to bed, I'll put their Nugget in their bedroom, and I'll put their trucks in their bedroom. And then it will be completely bare tomorrow. Which always kind of makes me sad. Oh, I'll be just getting frustrated. Quoi, boubou? Oh, alors fais attention. Attention au bébé. Attention à la tête du bébé. Ok. So we did an activity and we used kinetic sand, and I love doing these activities because they love them, but after, not so much. Because right now I feel like I have sand on my feet that I can't get off. And a lot of times I'll like stepped on rice or popcorn, colored popcorn, and it's just like annoying. I'm not a fan of that. My God, it's stressful trying to put everything away that the kids own and what I own. Because I work a lot upstairs, so a lot of my stuff is upstairs, the kids' stuff is upstairs. It's just a lot to handle. So I'm just trying to put everything away, make sure everything because this space is kind of open, I just don't want anything to get damaged, especially because there would, sometimes we get a leak when it rains really hard, so I just want to make sure that all their wooden toys and all their wooden stuff is protected and not damaged. It just takes a lot of time. And then I just want to do a couple more activities so I can post it on Instagram while I'm in Florida. And so we'll see. And I'm hoping I can maybe do a couple of activities because they kind of get bored if they don't do activities. And I don't really want them watching TV all the time. Because last time we were there was really bad. Like, Avi just spent the whole days, all day, unless we went out, like watching TV, unless I set up activities for him. And it was just... Honestly, he had no screen time until we went there. So I kind of wish I never introduced him to screen time. It was just, now, yeah, it's a lifesaver. But I would rather him play than have screen time. And the only reason I really do it now during nap time is because he doesn't nap anymore, but his brother does, and I don't want him being in the bedroom and his bedroom bothering his brother while he naps, because I need that nap time for Ari. Because if not, you know, eventually I know he's gonna stop napping, but I need that little mini break of him taking a nap. So yeah. Good morning. So the kids are ready. Are about to be ready. Abby's having a little tantrum. I put his bunny in the suitcase because it was time, and he's now crying because of it. So I guess that was a mistake. I don't know. But Ari's dressed and he's eating, and now I just gotta get Abby dressed, and then we're gonna get picked up and then go to the small airport.